Hi, my name's Barry Crampton. Today I'm going to show you around our Land Rover Discovery, then I'll take you for a ride in it, but first I'll tell you a little bit more about it. See if I can get a bit further than I did with the Discovery last week, where halfway through the test drive somebody rang up and bought it. Good thing, not complaining. It's a Discovery 4 3 litre SD V6 HSE, 2012 on a 62 plate, very low mileage at 48,255 with a full service history. Fuel economy: urban 28.8 miles per gallon, extra urban 34.9 miles per gallon, and combined is 32.1 miles per gallon. 0 to 60 time of 8.8 seconds, top speed of 112 miles per hour out of a 255 brake horsepower 6-cylinder 24 valve engine. So lovely car this. The last owner has owned it from being 6 months old and really looked after it. Good colour combination, Stornoway grey with black leather. The Land Rover badges are kind of grey as well. Kind of looks like a shadow effect on the bonnet there. Really nice. Xenon headlamps, high pressure headlamp wash, fog lamps. You've got the parking sensors in the bumper there. You've also got your plastic wheel arch extensions and the Land Rover vents on the side there. Multi-spoke alloy wheels, Goodyear Wranglers all round, power folding door mirrors, and we've also got keyless lock, keyless entry. So as long as you've got the keys on you, just get out, press the little button in the handle, the doors lock, door mirrors fold in. Every time one of those goes by, it showers the car and me with muddy water. Anyway, there you go, let's get on with it. So when you come back to the car, just put your fingers behind the door handle and pull it open, and as I say, as long as you've got the keys on you, it'll just open up. It's got the 3 sunroofs, really good accessory. Makes the interior completely different when you sat in it, especially when you're sat in the back, and the 6 and 7 seats as well. There's also this carrier system on the roof here. The split tailgate, top half there, bottom half, oops, if you do it properly that is, and the 6 and 7 seats in the back here pull up really easy. And it's also a flat load space when you put them down. You've got the roller blind load cover there too. So plenty of room. So you can perhaps see the sunroof over the rear seats as well. It is a really good option. Rear wash wipe, reversing sensors. It's got a plastic cover over the rear bumper so you don't scuff it when your dogs get in and out or whatever. And then of course, again, manufacturers spend millions and millions of pounds putting these things in wind tunnels, making them aerodynamic, and then somebody sticks 2 big pieces of angle iron and a tow ball on the back there. I would have thought in this day and age they'd at least have tried to kind of streamline tow bars or put a cowling on them like they do with roof boxes, but perhaps we'll see that soon. Now I've got my seat right the way back and I forgot to put it forward, so it's a little bit cramped. The back seats look like they've never been sat in. We've got the big thick heavy duty rubber mats over the carpet all across the back here. Car's lovely. It's a credit to the previous owner. It's got a great sound system in it. I think these are Harman Kardon speakers. Tremendous sound reproduction. So it's nice to be a passenger, and if you like music as well, it's great. That's great too. Everything nice in it. These look like proper aluminium fixtures, and it's it's a real good finish. So all the seats just fold down like so. As I say, nice flat surface and carpeting on the back. It's leather with the contrast stitching. Looks really good. And you've got the child seats, Isofix anchor points in the back here too, and lots of airbags all round you. Okay, I'll just take you for a ride and get the heating on before I freeze to death. The two Land Rover, Range Rover keys there, foot on the brake, keyless go. What I should have done before I did that is get the service book out and tell you the service history. There we go. 5th of the 9th, let's turn that down, a bit noisy. 5th of the 9th, 2013 at 6,615 miles, Ribblesdale Land Rover. Then 28th of the 8th, 2014 at 14,336, Ribblesdale Land Rover. 8th of the 9th, 2015 at 20,751, Ribblesdale Land Rover. And you'll see on that side it's the service, and on that side it's the body repairs required, the anti-corrosion warranty inspection report. That's been stamped there by Ribblesdale Land Rover. Now on the next page, I don't know who to blame, Ribblesdale or Cornmill Garage, but anyway, 7th of the 9th, 2016 at 27,378 miles, Ribblesdale Land Rover. And you'll see there they've not stamped the anti-corrosion warranty inspection report, which then allowed Cornmill Garage to service the vehicle and stamp it in there, because they don't know, you know, probably weren't used to the Land Rover service books. But also they forgot to put the mileage in. Now it was 32,856, but we only found that out by yesterday ringing him about 3 times. He said he'd ring us back and sort it out. He didn't, but fortunately it was MOT'd on the same day, so we've got the mileage off the MOT certificate. But this chap, the previous owner of this car, must have liked the service there, because next time they've gone on to get it in the right place at on the 26th of 9th, 2018, 37,793 miles, and it had rear disc and pads as well there. That was at Cornmill Garage. Then 12th of 9th, 2019, 41,675 miles, Cornmill Garage again. And here we go, 17th of the 8th, 2020, 47,046 at Cornmill Garage. So obviously Cornmill there and Ribblesdale both at fault for us not stamping in the right place, but I'm afraid that's what we get. We check we do our best to check all the service history, just make sure it is correct and it has been done, and nobody's just bought themselves a stamp. Having said that, looking at this car, it's been owned by the same guy from 6 months old. It's really nice. It's nice outside, it's nice inside, and it's got a service history. You kind of know that it's going to that the service book's going to be genuine as well. But I still always prefer to see a service book than digital service history, because in my opinion that's crazy. So you've got 3-position memory seats as well, so they're electric here, and you can that's as far as it'll go down and back, and then you can set the steering wheel like so, height and reach adjustable, all electric. Set your door mirrors, and then if you just click memory and then whatever position you want to be, 1, 2 or 3, then if you then I'm assuming the chap used to be a dentist or something before, if he sits worse than me. So you get in the car, click 1, the mirrors, the steering wheel, the seat goes back to where you set it, and it's a really good option. But obviously just make sure you use the electric seats, because if you don't use anything that's got an electric motor, it just seizes up and then it's no good. Great audio system. I'll show you as we're going. But the good thing again, I think these and the previous shape Range Rover are the last of the proper Range Rovers, the last of the ones where you can jump in on a freezing cold morning with your gloves on and still operate all the controls. The heated seats, a switch, look, 1, 2, 3 positions, you just have to press it. Nice big heater controls and fan controls. The sat nav is a touch screen, but you've also got buttons, so I mean, from there you can go back to audio, video, on-road nav and phone, click on nav and destination entry. You have got to click to agree. That was the only thing I thought could let it down, because when you click nav, you can knock it onto nav from the button, but then you've got to touch whether you want on-road nav or you've got to agree. But I tried it before with my gloves on, and it works fine. And honestly, there's nothing worse. Everything's dead simple to use. Big switches. Even somebody with hands like a bunch of bananas like mine can use all the switches without pressing the one next to it. Just at the moment, texting. The next time I get the right letter will be probably the first time ever. Everything just seems to be going too close together, and also all touchscreen. And it's a proper hard-working car. This probably more so than the Range Rover. There's enough room to put 2 sheep in the back seats as well as all your family. They're just tremendous cars. Very quiet, no vibration from the steering wheel. It's got the rotary gear selector, which I like. You just press down and turn across, that puts it in sport, holds you in gear as long as possible before changing, and in drive it changes as quick as possible to get you into the most economical gear. All your terrain response controls there, and 2 power sockets, and there are some, especially Japanese ones. Part of me thinks they're good and part of me thinks they're not. They've got a little clip over the top, and you're trying to get a flipping cigarette or a power socket in, and the clip's flying back. With a Range Rover and Land Rover, you take that out, put it wherever you want, no problems. It's just everything is so just well engineered, I would say. Oh, that reminds me. Just yesterday, actually, I saw a tweet. There's a mountain rescue team, and just before go through lights on red much. Anyway, there's a mountain rescue team, and just before Christmas, I don't know what vehicle they had. In fact, I did try and look, but they've had to retire it. So they've tried to crowdfund a new vehicle, and it said how many. I think they were called out 90 times last year. So effectively, they've saved 90 people's lives, in my opinion, from somebody who went up Helvellyn and came off his bike and had to come down 3,000 foot on one leg. I thought I might have to, carrying my bike as well. I thought I might have to call out the mountain rescue. So I've got a soft spot for them. But anyway, so they've started to crowdfund. Land Rover saw it on Yorkshire News or in the Yorkshire Post or whatever, and Land Rover are loaning them a Defender. Now, to be honest, I love driving Range Rovers, cops there, Discoveries, I've not driven a new Defender, but I'd like to, and I've got a good mind to volunteer for the mountain rescue thing. But what great fun it must be to be able to go up off-roading in one of those Defenders. But every credit to Land Rover. I lending them one. I think that's I think that really is good. It's tremendous. So I don't know. Give Range Rover a like. They're back in profit. They're taking on more people. They're doing extremely well in the UK, which is what we want to see. And it's not surprising. I really think they are the best cars on the road. We delivered a car to Wales the other day. That was a Range Rover, and the lady who's bought it has come over. She brought it off us, paid for it 3 months ago. She saw the video. She was in America, coming back to live in Wales, liked the car, and paid us, which I think is fantastic. Anybody who parts with 35 grand to John and myself after just seeing a video, I really think is very, very good, and I'm quite proud that people are prepared to do that. But when we delivered the car, she was telling us a story. She had a Range Rover before in America. She sold it to some friends. The agreement was that they'd run them to the airport. They ran them to the airport. On the way back, I think it was, maybe in a couple of days later, I'm not sure, but apparently there was 18 inches of snow, or they'd had 18 inches of snow. The chap, with all his family in, went to the fuel station to fill up, filled his car up, went to pay. A lorry's coming down the hill, and lost control in the snow and ice, slid all the way down the hill onto the petrol station, into the Range Rover, wrote it off. Family are okay. So that Range Rover, for the guy to watch it happen, see and be powerless, but then all his family to be all right, that's what it means. And you think £555 or something road tax, would you give £550 a year to insure your family, to insure your little kids, to the safety and make sure they don't get hurt? I'm sure most people would. That's what you get with a Range Rover. They are so much better. They're just right. Back to the car. So as I say, we had power folding door mirrors, we've got high pressure headlamp wash, electric windows, that's that's global lock-in and global unlock, your 3-position memories, electric seats, heated seats, which are really good, your climate control, rotary gear selector, 2 cup holders, your handbrake, and now, I did have a chap come and go out for a drive in a Range Rover that we have, and he thought I'm always going on about you glide over bumps, and perhaps I honestly despair. When the lights changed, by the time they'd driven to the lights to go through them, they'd have changed again. Oh my word, look at that! Well, this roundabout here attracts the worst drivers in the world. There must be a magnetic field or like 100 5G aerials or something, but every time you come here you never fail to be amazed by the appalling standard of driving. Oh yeah, I remember what I was saying now. So I always say it just smooths out the bumps, and the chap was disappointed in the drive. He said he could still feel the bumps. Well, you can. I suppose what I should say, instead of it irons out the bumps, what I should have said, my fault totally, it irons out the bumps better than virtually any other car with the air suspension. But you can still feel the bumps. If you couldn't, and it ironed out all the bumps, then every time you went, well, it would corner like a drunken camel on roller skates. You've got to have some connection between you and the road. But this is as good as you're going to get. There's a car. Let's have a look. There's a Discovery in front. Let's just watch it. He's going fairly slow, but just watch it. Discovery 4.2. It's the SD V6 HSE. He's not a big fan of staying between the lines, but you see in front, it's just instead of bump 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 bump, it's just like swaying gently. Actually, we'll go a bit, just watch him a bit more, because this road is awful, and we'll see from the cameras. You'll see there's a real bad like pothole here. Let's just see him go over it. There you go. He's gone over it. Couple of little bumps, and then it's right. So I'll leave it there. Only came in yesterday. This is how it came in. It's already, well, it's dirtier now than it was when it came in due to the bin wagons going by. Lovely to drive, easy to drive, and one of the things that I did manage to get to do in the one last week was the turning circle. The turning circle is tremendous. For the size of the car, the turning circle's tremendous. It's so easy to drive. You've also got the flappy pedals on the steering wheel. Got cruise control. Got your telephone controls here. Everything easy. Nice and simple. You don't have to think about anything and think about switching something, then going to a touch screen to adjust it. Proper car. Okay, so I'll finish the test drive there. I'm not sure what car I'll be doing next. We have a Volvo estate which I've not got round to. The more expensive cars tend to take priority as and when they come in. We've got 4 Vito vans, all the same virtually, which could do with doing a big Peugeot Boxer van, I think, a drop side or pickup or whatever, and we've got more stuff coming in all the time. So keep an eye out on our website, ggcars.co.uk, and thanks for watching. See you in the next video.